Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night. If you will be listening to this video or these words or message, whatever you want to call it, it's your free will, it's your free choice. Out of obedience, I'm only using technology that was given to me just to share a message, to share vibration, to share perception, and to share things that have helped me along my journey and will help those who hear. Now, I don't like to call it a disclaimer. I don't like that word. It's like, now I'm warning you before you listen to this. I don't like to use the word disclaimer. But the intent of me making this video, okay, I already know my intent as I make this video. I know it's not for everyone. I know that. Okay? Sometimes we as in our human being awareness, we try to make something for everyone, not realizing that everyone is not the same. And everyone is not at the point of what we call time in this dimension to be where you are right now. I'm in a different space in my life than the 7 billion other souls, right, that come in and out and to and from this portal where we are in the three-dimensional plane. So I understand everyone is not going to see and hear and feel as I do now. I'm only being obedient, and I'm sharing this, and I wrestle with this with my own ego. These are not the type of videos that I'm used to making. I'm used to making videos out of my creative energy. Right? But now I have to answer some of the questions that a lot of you are asking spiritually from within, that I'm feeling from the universe. I can hear these questions coming from the universe because we're all one as a universe. As individuals, we've been separated from thought, circumstances, and emotion. Okay? So why aren't you happy? Or let me ask the question in a universal question. Why aren't we happy? Or why I'm not happy? What happened to my happiness? Why aren't you happy? Or why aren't we happy? Think about the question that you're asking. Why aren't we happy? And when you begin to think about the question, when you focus your awareness, what I mean by awareness? Your awareness is your universal existence. It is your immortal, deathlessness state of being. Your awareness will follow you to the first, to the last, the beginning, and to the end of what we call everything. Infinity. It's your awareness. It's immortal. It never dies. You are aware even when your body rests. We'll get deeper into that as we go on with our discussions. So focus your awareness. For those of you who don't know how to tap into your awareness, unconsciously, without any of your own effort, you are aware that I'm speaking right now. Can you feel it? You're aware. You are aware that I'm sitting on the other end of this lens. You are aware that I'm smiling at you now. You're aware. You can see me. And you can do this without any of your own help, or you can focus right now, okay? Focus right now. It's big enough. Focus on my nose right now. Bring all of your attention to me pointing at my nose. You are aware that I have a large nose. I love it. I can take in the essence of things, of smell. Can you see my nose? Focus your awareness on my nose. Okay? What you are doing now is called conscious focus. Because if you're not conscious, that you're focusing on my nose, then you're just looking at my nose unconsciously. And a lot of people walk around in what we call this state of life, this state of existence, unconsciously. They just do things unconsciously without focus. Okay? And it goes from 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years to a lifetime. So when you hear me say awareness when I talk, or I'm conscious, that means that my awareness, that is endless. I am conscious of what I'm saying before I speak. Every word that comes out of my mouth before I speak right now, I am consciously bringing these words to you. Okay? So I just wanted to go over that. There's people that's brand new that don't know. You kind of know what consciousness is, but you're not aware of how vital it is. And the longer, if it's for you, if you're drawn to me, and the longer that you listen to me, you become fully conscious that you are your consciousness. You are the awareness that's sitting in this three-dimensional holographic body. You can tell by the camera as I move, it's three-dimensional. My awareness and my consciousness is the mastermind behind this projection that you're seeing right now. And I'm using technology, so it's a certain kind of light that the camera is operating in to give you the image of what you call me, which is this three-dimensional holographic image, okay, that can be manipulated by light. Okay, I can change my appearance by light. I can change my appearance by Photoshop. I can change my appearance by video editing software. Okay, so remember, and I'm going to get into the happiness. Remember that you're only really seeing with your physical eyes 0.01% of what really exists in this dimension. That's all that was given to you with your human eyes. 0.01% is what you really see. Okay? If you don't believe me, I made up a test for my own. At first I'm like, no, that can't be true. You mean we're almost blind? A little test that I like to use that I'm going to give to you today. It's a free gift. It's so simple. If you don't believe that, if you have a hard time grasping that 0.01%, take your hand and as fast and as hard as you can, just swing it forward and back. Okay? And on the back swing, do it again. And on the back swing, you can actually feel the matter around you on your hand from your sense of feeling. Okay? You can feel it. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Okay? And that'll kind of feed the ego that's saying, no, that's not true because you can't see it, so it doesn't exist. Okay? We're going to use that as just little seeds to plant as we learn how to create and manifest our own realities where we can become centered. Okay? So why aren't we happy? Why aren't we happy? The main core reason that we are not happy, okay, as a universe right now, some people have found this out, but a lot of people struggle with happiness is because a lot of times we don't know who we truly are and what truly makes us happy. Okay? Just like as I started this conversation, right? I asked you some questions. I told you to focus on my nose, and you focused on my nose, all of my awareness. Sometimes we don't focus on who we are long enough in this crowded, demanding, enslaving dimension that we're in, that we exist in, what we call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. There's not a lot of time, okay, if you're caught up in what they call the matrix, and they call it the matrix because it's programmed. You find yourself doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So the main core root, if I had to raise myself up over the word that we call happiness, if I had to raise myself over the emotional tag that we put to happiness, are you understanding what I'm saying? If I had to raise myself higher than the English that we try to use to describe happiness, I would have to say the reason why we are not happy is because we don't know our true essence. We don't know who we are. And knowing who you are, right, will allow you to center yourself with who you are, which is infinite everything, oneness with the universe, which will help you to define what determines your bliss. Just knowing who you are, right, can send uncontrollable happiness through your being. Knowing all of the gifts and the immortality that you are, and the multi-dimensional being that you're effortlessly are without you even knowing it. Once you tap into who your true essence of who you are, you can root your happiness just right there. You see, because you can control, right, your perception of yourself when you really know who you are. You're only limited when you put all of your awareness and your trust and all of your emotions, right, and all of your energy in the physical body, which I just explained to you is just a holographic image. It's the way the light hits the body or the energy in this dimension which causes the physical manifestation, but it's not the core essence of who you are. The body is limited. So what we are normally forced to do, right, when we don't know who we are, right, we have to assume and we have to kind of settle for the things that we can see. So we truly believe, and we're taught this from birth, that we are this physical, beautiful, and it is physical and beautiful body, right? This is who you are. And we give this body a name, and we start to believe that name because it was given to us at a young age where we're learning, right? Our brain is like an expandable, unlimited hard drive. If I had to try to explain it to you, it's more complex than that, but our brain creates the brain that we have. It's very, very powerful in 3D. Not the core essence of our thinking and our emotions and all of our abilities, but it is what moves the body, okay? It reckons with the body and turns things on and off, and as far as what we see here. And so we become attached to what we are taught, okay? We are taught. You are where you are today. You believe what you believe today. You feel how you feel today based on your thoughts, your emotions, events, and circumstances. Okay? And a lot of the thoughts are self-taught. You were taught, just like I was, how to think. You were taught what's right, what's wrong. Right? Now, is there anything wrong with that? It depends on the individual. It depends on where you are in your level of awareness. It depends on where you are with knowing thyself. Because once you know thyself, then now you can tap into your true identity, right? And different things start to open up. I'm not going to talk about it all on this video. This is just an introductory of happiness, okay? And so to get back to the point, and I don't just want to give you a shallow answer, because how you feel is not shallow. You feel like there's a big hole inside of you and nothing can fill that hole. And when you do feel like you're happy, it's only temporal. You understand? I know where you at. I know where you at, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I've done, and a lot of souls, wonderful people, have done to take back control of our happiness. Okay? And what we've done is we've grounded ourselves, we grounded our awareness, we've grounded to our true identity that no one can strip away from us again. What do I mean by grounded? I grounded to the true essence of who I am. So when you call me a black big nose nigga, I'm not grounded to my physical body anymore. I know it exists. I know I needed to get around and navigate in the 3D and to even make this video, or you would just be viewing nothing, right? I know I need it. I'm not naive to the importance of this physical body, but my true identity, the true essence of who I am, is no longer grounded in my physical body. So I don't depend on the physical body and the manifestations in the 3D to bring me happiness. Right? Not saying I can't get happy about things in the 3D. I do it every day. You know, I see people, I smile, I laugh. I'm making this video. I'm sharing my energy with you. Some of you make me laugh when I come into your presence. Yeah. But I don't depend. I don't base my core existence or my bliss or my lifeline connection with my physical body anymore. Because there's things that bind us in this dimension that I have no control over. One of the biggest things is money. I can't control money here. I can't. I'm aware of that. I didn't create money. I'm not in charge of the financial systems in the United States. I have no control over money. The money that I have now is just on a computer screen. Right? I have no control over that. So what I'm saying is I could have money today and I'm aware that I can wake up tomorrow and with the push of a button, all my money can be gone. But my awareness and my existence and the true essence of who I am is much higher than money. Because I exist with or without money. I'm still here. I'm still aware. I can think, I can still see my beautiful wife, I can still talk to you guys. I can enjoy the pure essence of what we call consciousness. Exists, I am alive, I am breathing. And to be totally honest with you, as we viewed time after time after time after time, if you're conscious and you can see it, not even money can keep me alive in this existence. So I cannot consciously put my heart, my soul, and my beingness, and my bliss, and my happiness. I can't ground it in money, in physical things, like we've been taught. Now this message is not for everybody. I said it in the beginning. It's not, but some of you is, oh, wow, okay. That's why it doesn't matter anymore. Now don't get me wrong, my ego still loves money. I'm aware that I need money to pay for the power to run this camera. I had to buy the camera. Are you with me? I had to be in the house. Yeah, it's a big old TV on the wall. Yeah, we sit in here when we have company and watch things. Yeah, I understand that. I need money, right? But I don't have to no longer, right, exchange all of my time to get it. I'm not grounded in it, right? I create money now. I create money with my imagination. Big difference. I don't work for money. I create it. I share it as it's needed. It's not my main drive to be a multi-millionaire anymore. What's that? It's my main goal to get as much essence and bliss and interactions with other beings from other dimensions that's here. We're all living in this realm at the same time. I want to acknowledge and tap into those realms and frequencies and dimensions and communicate with all matters of life and bring in all of that energy to make me that supernatural person that I effortlessly I am. I am what I believe and think I am. So how come we're not happy? Because we choose not to be. We choose not to be happy. So we're not. And a lot of times we do that unaware, okay? We do it unconsciously. We have surrendered all of our emotions and put all of our hope, right, and desire and will and reason into things, physical things, that really have no merit or no govern over our lives, right? We're not aligned with our core essence of who we are. We have to line ourselves up with all that is. Not something made with the hands of man, even though we make some amazing things. And it's cool to have a nice, there's nothing wrong with a nice car or a big house. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it. But when it's the core essence, when you attach the emotion of your existence, the reason why you breathe, the reason why you exist is in this $500,000 vehicle. Then as soon as something happens to that vehicle, you lose your ground of existence, of who you are. Does this make sense to anybody? A little bit, I'm touching on it. Makes a little sense, right? So, to make this video a little shorter, I know I can go long, especially when I'm feeling your energy and I feel a connection. Some people are connected with me, some people aren't. Some people say, and there's nothing wrong with that. People ground themselves in things that they feel comfortable in, right? The ultimate goal for me is to stay in my bliss as long as I can. You see, we get so used to being unhappy and negative that when we start to feel good, we actually think something bad is going to happen. We get uncomfortable with feeling good because we've been so negative and vibrating at such a low frequency for so long. When we feel that change, when we feel that happiness coming through our awareness, we get nervous. And I'm here to tell you, it is okay to be happy all the time if you choose to. It's just how you discern the thoughts. Remember, it's you. It's how you discern your thoughts, your events, situations, and your emotions. You attach emotion to your thoughts. You attach emotion to your circumstances. You attach emotions to your event. And you attach emotions to the presence and the essence of other souls on this planet. You do that. So you are in control of your life, whether you are aware of that consciously or unaware consciously. So if you want to be happy all the time, you have to be grounded in something that's immortal. Okay? Something that is immortal. And something that you can touch, feel, and exist within your true being. And whatever you want to call God, whatever you want to call the I am, whatever you want to call first creator, there's so many names. Yahweh, Yahshua, Jesus, so many different names. It's just our English, it's just our brain trying to come up with what we feel on the inside, or what we demand, or what we miss, our first love. Ground in that. But you have to find that first. And in order to find out who you are, you have to spend time with you. And you'll soon discover that the matrix, the 9-to-5 workplace that we're in, right? The monetary system that we're trapped in, the dimension that we've been enslaved in physically and mentally, right? They teach us. And you really have to think about this. They teach us how to think. They teach us right and wrong. They teach us. They sell us on you have to work 40 years for someone else in order to be happy. And then the end result, in 40 years, you'll have this amount of money and you should be happy. You should, and if you're not, then something's wrong with you. That's not normal. They teach us that, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why a lot of you are not happy. I knew I wasn't happy. I made my first $1 million online. Some of you witnessed it. And the year I made the most money, because I was not grounded in my true core essence of who I was, I couldn't find the happiness in the money. The money was very destructive to me. It just gave me more power, right, to feed into the areas, that I was weak in. Like a water hose. If you got a water hose and you watch a water hose, it starts to wear over a period of time from dragging on the concrete, right? And that water is pressure going through that hose. And wherever that hose starts to lose its bond or it starts to wear out, that water just squirts out of that part of the hose. Or a dam. Are you following me? And that's our life. If our true essence of who we are is not grounded in something immortal and eternal, which we all have access to, but we're all on different, I like to call them timelines in our lives. And some of us are aware of that, and some of us aren't. And that's okay. I wasn't. 2 years ago, I wasn't. Okay? So start off by knowing exactly who you are. I can't tell you who you are. Me telling you who you are is just another fairy tale. It's just something else that you're being taught, right? We've been taught everything that we know now, most of us. Spend time with yourself. It's simple. Go in a room like this, when nobody's in your home, cut off the phone, cut off the TV, cut off the computer, and just sit with yourself and just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. And be aware that you're breathing. And know that that breath that you're breathing in and out of your body is the life force energy that keeps this body going. And as soon as you start breathing, that this part of you no longer exists. And just know that that life force energy is coming from a higher dimension, higher than this, and you have no control over that. But yet you still exist. And always be aware that you exist. Know that you exist. Know that you are the core imagination and the core beingness looking out of this body. As you look at my video, as I look at you, I am aware that you are watching me. There's a lot of power in awareness. Become alive. Wake up from the sleeping dream and watch the universe open up to you. This thing that we all have is awareness. And once we all become aware that we all exist in the same realm by the same energy, life flows. It just plays out. And no situation becomes a bad situation. It's just a situation or event or a thought that we can perceive as we will. I love you just the way you are. You don't have to change anything because you're already immortal. You're already deathlessness. You just have to discover. And I'm just reminding you, I'm not teaching you anything. Who you already are. So go today and choose to be happy.